Greeting to our lecturer, Dr. AZYYATI. Today, my group members and I, consisting of 5 members, will present about the company review and strategic plan for SOR communication.
First and foremost, I will start as a first presenter for our video presentation for this subject. For the short background of the company we chose, SOR Communication Sdn Bhd is the firm that we have decided to go with. The firm is situated at Sungai Petani. Encik Asrul bin Abdul Halim is in charge of managing this organisation. This company core competencies include acting as an agent for the installation of telecommunication equipment and the provision of fibre optic goods for use in telecommunication networks. SOR Communication Sdn Bhd was officially established in Malaysia on November 25, 2008. The company is limited by Share Private Limited. This company started as a telecom company that is not well known because many people think that this telecommunication company only sells prepaid SIM card. The first vision for this company is to move forward with globalization, diversity focus in the pursuit of excellence, while the mission are to implement the project as a responsibility in applying the values of honesty, efficiency, diligence, excellence, tolerance, and declamation. Second mission is to practice team spirit, professional and productive. Third is to use the latest technology to manage projects that are controlled with quality. Objective of this company is to become a productive contractor with the passage of time. Next, I will explain the first stage, which is strategy formulation framework. In this stage, it has two, which is IFE and EFE metric. In IFE metric, it has strengths and weakness. Meanwhile, in EFE metric, it has opportunity and traits. In IFE metric, it shows a good rating. The first strength is characteristic of an excellent leader. It's got total wages score 0.6. This is because the management team, which include top executive, branch manager and others, is in charge of the company's day-to-day operation and success. The management team also has a lot of experience in the contractor department. Second strength is one of the early contractor companies that venture into the field of telecommunication. The total wages score is 0.9. This is because SOR Communication Company is one of the early contractor companies in the field of telecommunications. They have gained a name among every users, especially in the northern region. This has made it easier for them to deal with and progress in their business because they have been known early compared to others company. Third strength is import of telecommunication goods from overseas. The total wages score is 0.6. This is because from China, Italy, Greece, Turkey and so on. So the SOR Communication Company has a wide variety of good and quality telecommunication products because they sources their product from many countries. Last strength is high technology. The total wages score is 0.18. This is because SOR Communication has high technology in the process of information delivery. Cable installation, which is fiber blowing machine. The fiber blowing machine is a cable installation without using hand and only using a machine. They have saved them time. Next is about weakness. The first is technology without borders. The total wages score is 0.3. When everyone uses his high technology and every company has advanced technology, it has caused other companies to compete and need to be smart in promoting the company. Second is customer compare price. The total wages score is 0.16. This happens because when customer asks the SOR Communication Company about the price of an item, then they will try to research and the price on Google and compare the price. Third is Shopee and Lazada application competition. The total wages score is 0.2. This is because suppliers from China can sell goods directly through Shopee and Lazada. The effect here is that the goods sold are much cheaper than the shipping cost is cheaper. This will cause customers to buy telecommunication products on the website. Lastly is too low profit margin. The total wages score is 0.1. As we know, in this increasingly sophisticated era, many companies are venturing into the field of telecommunication even from other sectors. This has caused SOR Communication to let their profit. The company received a total score of 3.04 on the IFE metric, which indicates that the company is robust on the internal front. There is a possibility that this organization will enhance their internal management in order to strengthen their internal management. Next is EFE metric. In EFE metric, it has opportunities and threats. In opportunities, it has everyone want fast internet data. The total wages score is 0.21. This is a good opportunity for SOR Communication Company to get more customers nowadays and their business will grow. For example, all users want 5G internet, which is fast internet, has no problem at all. Next is increasing safety factor. The total wages score is 0.4. In today's age, everyone have been exposed to the importance of using CCTV in homes, buildings, cars and so on. Users are concerned about the safety of themselves and their families, which causes them to install CCTV. Third is 100% import material from overseas. They 100% get goods from abroad such as China, Turkey and many more. This allows us to speculate that the goods they provide are of high quality and guarantee user safety such as hidden cameras and cable installation for fast internet. Lastly is corporate social responsibility. SOR Communication is committed to do something constructive that will have a good impact on the communities, people and families all around the globe in its capacity as a socially responsible corporation. For instance, SOR Communication exerts a great deal of effort in the direction of realizing its vision of being a reputable business in the eyes of customers. For trade, supplier with a lot of bargaining power, the total wages score is 0.39. So communication has with its supplier is a potential risk for the company. This is because a huge number of business such as So Communications competitor provide the same service, whereas So Communication itself only had a few suppliers. Second is price, which is 0.9. Because there are clients that are sensitive to pricing, it is imperative that every firm accurately price every product. So Communication has to be very cautious when determining the pricing of the goods, since there is a possibility that one of their rivals could establish prices that are lower than theirs. Third is buyer's power. The total wages score is 0.14. There is a significant number of brands on the market for consumer items, and each one of them promises a different set of advantage. It may be challenging for customers to remain loyal to a certain brand, which can result in brand switching. Lastly is reverse, which is 0.3 for total wages score. In the business of supplying communication networks, So Communication has competition from a number of the other companies, including Syarikat Pembinaan di Asal Berhad, because there are so many other business in the same industry. So Communication has to work on increasing the quality of its product. The overall score on the Seoul Communication EFE metric is 3.18, which indicates that the firm has a solid presence in the internal environment. There are aspects of the organization external stage that may need some work that is paged for improvement.
For stage 2, the matching. Strategic position and action evaluation space metric is a tool for strategic management that focus on formulating strategies, particularly those that relate to the organization's competitive position. The space metric can serve as the foundation for other assessments, including the SWOT analysis, BCG matrix model, industry analysis, and strategic alternative assessment, which is IE matrix. Space metric is containing 4-quadrant framework, indicates whether aggressive, conservative, defensive, or competitive strategies are most appropriate for a given organization. There are internal dimensions and external dimensions. The two internal dimensions are financial position, FP, and competitive position, CP. Meanwhile, the other two external dimensions are stability position, SP, and industry position, IP. It is the most important determinants of an organization's overall strategic position. Okay, this is the graph for Seoul Communication Sdn Bhd. This company should pursue an aggressive strategy based on the space metric. So based on the graph that we had plotted, we found that this company had fall into aggressive quadrant. To create a market penetration and market development strategy, it must leverage its own strengths. An aggressive approach such as the population takes advantage in any available opportunities to grow its market share. Due to the company's strong financial position and industry position, competitive advantage, desirable industrial membership, and generally stable operating environment. So Communication Sdn Bhd fits the aggressive approach, which is located between the appeal of the financial position and industry position. So for the conclusion, we found that So Communication Sdn Bhd should do an aggressive position strategy.
SWOT metric. Strength opportunity strategy means use from international strength to take advantage of external opportunities. For this company, the SOR, this company has the characteristic of an excellent leader. Then they are the first contractor company to venture into the field of telecommunication. Next, they were importing telecommunication goods from abroad and having a high technology that is useful for industry. Next, weakness opportunity strategy means aim at improving internal weaknesses by taking advantage of external opportunities. For this company, the WOR, they are using a faster mobile network. They are also introducing tools that can improve security system. Then they are using quality material obtained from abroad and provide beneficial and quality service. Strength trade strategy is using a firm strength to avoid or reduce the impact of external trade. For this company, the ST are they're running a bargaining system in the purchase of goods between suppliers. They're also introducing reasonable price and reasonable with other competitors and introducing new innovative products to attract customers. They will develop new products through acquisition pattern. Then, weakness trade strategy means defensive tactic directed at reducing internal weakness and avoiding external threats. For this company, the WTR, there was continuing develop technique to compete with other competitors. They also provide good and quality service.
A strategic management tool called a quantitative strategy planning metric or QSPM is used to assess strategic options and the relative attractiveness of various strategies. The QSPM technique prioritizes various techniques as a basic and decide which of the chosen option is visible. After completing the fundamental tenets of the QSPM, the company must methodology examines their external and internal environments, carefully conduct research, weigh the advantage and disadvantage of a numerous alternative, undertake analysis, and finally choose a specific course of action. Key step to make up the quantitative strategy plan metric, which is utilized in the process of formulating strategies in order to objectively rank the benefits and drawbacks of a strategic element in numerical form. A SWOT analysis or other comparable form analysis is first undertaken to establish the major strategic factors. Finally, a choice is made regarding the best plan to pursue based on the data discovered throughout the analysis. Since it enables strategies to compare multiple strategies in light of the recognized external and external importance success factors, the quantitative strategy planning metric is beneficial.
Alternative strategy for sole communication. The first one is product development, which can also be said the best alternative that sole communication can implement. In the QSPM analysis that was done, product development score is better if compared with the other alternative. For example, the total score for opportunity section is 1.6, for threat section is 0.91, for strength section 1.68, and for weakness section 1.32. This is because product development offers more chances for sole communication to be able to stabilize its position in consumer mind. Even though the threats for development is higher than the other alternatives, the opportunities that sole communication will experience when implement this alternative is deemed is more worthy, where all items under opportunities were scored 4 points for all 4 items. Even though product development have the highest threats total score, the growth and profits gained from this alternative make it worth to be implemented. As for weakness, the total score is one of the highest, that is 1.32, and this score is the same as market development. It is believed that the strength of sole communication would be able to combat all these weaknesses. For example, they have high technology, where this high technology total score is 0.9 out of 1.68 of total score for strength section. This means that sole communication would be able to use this strength to combat the weakness of the alternative. Next, the alternative that sole communication can implemented for the company is that market development. Market development is best implemented if sole communication does not want to take much risk and face the chance of facing losses. This is because the threat section for this alternative is only 0.75, which is the lowest if compared with other alternatives. Other alternatives, that means that sole communication will experience less risk if they implemented this alternative, as they do not need to fight price war with other competitors and many more. As for opportunities, market development is the highest with total score of 1.42, where the major component that contribute to this score is corporate social responsibility, that total score is 0.6. In strength section, market development have the highest total score if compared with other alternatives, where the early venture into this industry becomes the major strength that is accounted for 0.9 of total score for opportunity section. While for weakness section, the total score for this alternative is the same as product development, but the total score is higher than capital efficiency alternative, while with the most major weakness is technology without border, with total score of 0.6 out of 1.32 total score of weakness section.
Last but not least is capital efficiency is one of the alternatives that Seoul Communication can implement. This alternative is the least attractive alternative as the total score of opportunities and weakness is the lowest, while the total score for trade is higher than product development but lower than market development. While for strength, the total score for capital efficiency is one of the highest. In opportunities, the most attractive item is increasing the safety factor, which total of 0.4, and for trade, the largest risk is in rival existence, which total score is 0.28. In strength or section, market development have the highest total score if compared with other alternative, where the early venture into this industry is the major strength, and for weakness, it is the lowest if compared with product development alternative and capital efficiency alternative. This is show that in this alternative, Seoul Communication were able to manage the weakness and work around it to create effective solution.
We conclude that Seoul Communications' marketing approach influenced its success in the telecommunications sector. As observed in my study on Seoul Communications' marketing mix, the firm used distinction to target a large market niches. The company mixed novel features and design quality set it apart from rivals. The final piece of advice that we have for Seoul Communication is that they should modernize their operation by adopting cutting-edge technology. This is because adopting new technology can assist Seoul Communication in developing and creating their own competitive technologies, over which they will have complete and total control and monitoring.